This video is called Scheduling Non-Work Related Things. When and how often? Now what we have to understand is this. Motivation or productivity is not a one-dimensional thing. We have to seriously invest time and have to invest effort in our productivity. It is not in the sense that you have to work a lot in order to be productive. Of course, that is a thing that influences productivity, but that is not the only thing. What we have to understand is that we have to keep productivity in the long term. And in order to be able to be productive in the long term, we also have to do things that are fun. So if we want to work 16 hours a day, 7 days a week for 10 years, I can already promise you that this is not possible. It is not possible. So if you take, let's say, a couple of times every single week to do something that is exciting, that is fun for you, it is actually quite likely that you'll be able to work at least, let's say, 14 hours or 15 hours a day for 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and then perhaps for 10 years. Now, for example, I work around, let's say, 14 to 16 hours every single day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, except on my birthday. There I try to cut it down to around 6 or 8 hours. But anyway, so what I really want you to understand is this. Productivity is something that we also have to kind of save, in the sense that we have to do good with it. For example, we have to be happy at some point in order to be productive in the long term. And that is exactly what I want to talk with you about here in this video. So non-work related things should be things that make you happy. So take 3 times a week to do something that is not work related and that makes you happy. For example, that could be play soccer with your friends, or that could be go to the swimming pool and have a great evening there, or go to like a massage or something like that. Or this could be to go to the theater and listen to an opera. Or this could also be to go to a rock concert. This could be to play ping pong. This could be to read a book. This could be to cook. This could be so many things. The one thing that is very important is that it makes you happy. If it makes someone else happy, well, fine. But if that doesn't make you happy, then of course it is again the thing about the value. It doesn't have any value to you. So do something that has value to you. Do something that is great. It makes you happy. So increase your productivity in the long term through happiness. That is the kind of thinking that I want you to have. Because most people cannot do without that kind of happiness. They need to have a kind of happiness in their life in order to be productive in the long term. For example, in my case, my kind of happiness is that I'm building businesses. I want to be the biggest guy in the world, in the sense that I want to build the biggest businesses. I want to be the most famous one. I want thousands of people looking up to me. That is the kind of happiness that I feel. And that's why I can really push myself in the direction that I want to work extremely hard, extremely long, every single day, because I know when I do that, I will actually become more successful. And through becoming more successful, I will also become more happy. That is the kind of thinking that I have. If you have a different kind of thinking, that is fine as well. What we have to understand is just simply this. What makes us happy makes us happy. No one else has to care about it. So you need to have some kind of happiness, some kind of thing that makes sense in your life in order to be productive in the long term. So again, most people can't live with that kind of happiness. They just simply need some kind of happiness. They need some kind of thing that they can do 3 times a week in order to, be a normal human being. For example, I don't have to take 3 times a week off to do something that is not work related. I can always do work. For me, it doesn't matter. But for many people out there, this is not possible. And I seriously believe that you can actually train yourself in the direction that you say, okay, I don't need to take 3 times a week off in order to do something that is not work related. Because when you train yourself in a way that you actually enjoy what you do, you all the time do something that is not work related, but at the same time is also work related. For example, for me, creating these online courses and talking to new clients and getting new people in the business and seeing my business growing is making me extremely happy and also more successful. So at the same time, it is doing something that is work related and also not work related. So I connect both things. And that is what makes me successful and makes me productive. If you can do the same thing, if you can train yourself in that direction, it is quite likely that you'll become very, very successful in the future. So don't let anything interfere with these 3 times if you choose to take these 3 times off. have them at the same time every single week, because what we have to understand is this: the world is moving all the time. Perhaps you have a job, perhaps you have a business, perhaps you have people coming in at a certain time, and perhaps you have a shop and people visit that shop, let's say from 7 o'clock in the morning to 6 in the evening, and you simply have to keep that shop open every single day, let's say 5 days a week. Now, if you do that, and if you have things in your life that are fixed, then try to also have fixed dates for things that are not work related. For example, let's do a swimming gig on Wednesday, that you go at 7 o'clock in the evening after you finished your shop. You go to the swimming pool or to the swimming center or something like that, meet up with your friends, and there you go swimming. If you don't want to meet up with your friends and want to be more, let's say, independent, of course, you can also go alone. Doesn't matter. The only thing that's important is that it makes you happy. Then the second thing could be that every Saturday you're meeting up with a very good friend for breakfast, because there your shop is closed. So what you could do is say, all right, every Saturday we meet each other at 10 o'clock, like for example my family does, and we all meet. And then we have a discussion and we talk with each other and we have fun with each other until, let's say, 1 o'clock. 3 hours. You take 3 hours off on a Saturday. And then you say, all right, on a Monday is a very difficult day for me because it's the first day. In the evening, I will go and, for example, have a great dinner with my husband together, or something like that. This could be the case for you. This could be the case if you are owning that shop, if you are having a normal corporate job, if you have a business, it doesn't matter. If you are able to have some fixed dates every single week, you will be fine. You will find your own true happiness. So make sure you do something that is valuable for you in these occasions. Again, I really want you to think in a way that you say, all right, this is valuable to me and this is not valuable to me. So if it doesn't make you happy, it is not valuable. If it makes you happy, then it is valuable.